Good morning. Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday. I'm enjoying a little cappuccino while I'm fasting. I'm kind of hungry, but I thought this will buy me time. Then I'll do my eyeshadow tutorial real quick, and then I can go make some paleo pancakes because it's carb day, regular macro day in the faster way to fat loss world. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. Okay. This video is for my dear friend Kelly. I have known Kelly. Hi, Jane. I have known Kelly since 1988 when we opened a fabulous restaurant together named Spaghettini in Seal Beach, California. Kelly was from Ohio. She came to Long Beach State, where my hometown and where I went to school. We met at the restaurant and we just became fast friends. And she got married, moved to Ohio, and then coincidentally moved to North Carolina where my parents moved in the late 90s. And so we always stayed in touch. I would visit her when I would come out to see my parents. And then lo and behold, God brought us to North Carolina. And so I love my friend Kelly. She's one of my dearest friends. She is doing something special. She is doing her friend's makeup for a very special occasion Wednesday. I believe it's a wedding. And she did a trial and she was struggling a little bit with eyeshadow. And I said, would you like me to do a tutorial to help you? And she said, yes, please. So I thought, I'm going to do this just for Kelly. And then I'm going to do it live. So if anyone has questions or wants to watch, they can. Then I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel. And then I'm going to download it to my blog. So it'll be all over the place because I find that I've done so many Facebook Lives over the years on mature makeup. But people don't have the time and energy to scroll a whole year back. Facebook isn't really set up like that. So this way I can save it to YouTube and then also post it on my blog. Okay? Hey everyone, welcome. Hey Carrie, hey Dawn, hi Kim. Okay, so this eyeshadow tutorial, now that I'm seeing sweet young Carrie on here, this eyeshadow tutorial could actually work for any age, but there are special tips that work best for mature eyes. Because the one thing you don't want to do is get so heavy with your eyeshadow that it looks very aged, or that you look like you're walking on Hollywood Boulevard late at night. You know what I'm saying? I'm also going to put on some lashes. I already have them here, and I pour out the glue a little early so it can take time to get tacky. Okay, so I have my face on. I have blush and a little highlighter. I do not have concealer. Concealer is the last step that I do because when we are blending eyeshadows, we don't want any spillage to stick to our concealer. So we do eyeshadow and the whole thing, and then we clean this up if we need to, and then we put on a fresh layer of concealer so that you can see my dark circles. And I apologize, it is a cloudy day outside, and so the sun keeps peeking out. So this is going to be interesting lighting because my camera keeps adjusting. Okay, my favorite thing to use every day of my life, even if I'm doing a nude natural eye, is I use these little MAC paint pots. They come in a little glass pot, and I literally paint it on with my finger, okay? And what I love about it is it covers all of that discoloration that we get on our eyelid as we get older. It covers the veins, it covers the redness. When I was using a lash serum, and I still do, I use one that I love, but I was using a lash serum that, I'm gonna have to use my close-up mirror, that was causing my eyelids to be kind of a reddish brown and really itchy. And I looked every morning, I looked like I woke up with reddish brown eyeshadow on, and it was from this lash serum. So I loved this because it covered my eyelids. See how that just kind of gives you a wash of a nude palette? I love this. It's called Painterly. It's called Painterly, and I literally, you saw me just now, I literally put it on with my finger. Now when I'm doing it on other women, I will take Oh, this is going to be fun to look for stuff without my glasses, without my readers on. I apologize. This is my favorite brush that I use when I do this step on other women. But this is always in my kit. I use this on Caucasian or ethnic women of lighter skin tone, and then I have other colors for deeper skin tones. But I put this on with my finger on myself, and I use this little brush to put it on my clients. This is, well, you know what, the number wore off, but it doesn't matter because MAC Cosmetics changes their brush numbers so much I can't keep up with it. But this is a MAC Cosmetic brush. It's short, it's round, it's firm, it's great for packing on that light color. Okay, let's start building. I have created this eye palette. I don't even know what year I made this. They're not making my eyes itchy though. So I'm gonna go with just good old-fashioned neutral browns on my eye because I feel like that works really well on any mature eye. Now, it is okay to use a little bit of shimmer on the eyelid, okay? It's okay to do that. In fact, I'll show you what I'm gonna use. But you don't ever want frost or shimmer in the crease on a mature eye because we have texture, because we have some loose skin. And for me, my eyes, my whole brow bone is falling into my lash line. So if you have kind of that hooded eye, you do not want frost, which will only enhance that hooded eye, okay? So you want to use a matte shadow, but I will show you how I like to do a little bit of shimmer on my eyelid because I think it's really pretty. And of course, I have to dig for it. Okay, so I love this. This is kind of like a little peachy gold, and I'm literally gonna take my finger and I'm gonna pat it all over my eyelid, just my eyelid. Notice I don't take it anywhere into the crease. And this is only for special occasion if you want a little bit of shimmer on your eyelid, okay? That's all. Okay, that's it. See? A little bit of shimmer. It's very pretty. Let's see if I did that right. Yeah, I love it. Just a little bit, okay? I'm not gonna put anything up here on the brow bone yet. And you can see my brow bone's naturally light, so I'm gonna kind of leave that. If you put something creamy up here, after you put on mascara, you could end up with little black splotches up there, and that's because anything moist and creamy, like under the eye, concealer, anything creamy on the brow bone, it's going to catch your mascara. So especially as we get older and our face starts to fall because of gravity. Hi Amanda, hi Kat, hi Lori. What happens is you end up with mascara all over the face because it's attracted to anything moist that's gonna catch it. It's almost like a magnet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take kind of a tapered brush. I have this little tapered brush by MAC. I can't remember if it's 142 or 141. I love it. It's kind of fluffy. And this is what I start building my crease shadow with. Now I'm gonna start with this really warm color. It's like, gosh, it's almost, I don't know, it's like a peachy, light brown, okay? You wanna start light because if you go right into the crease with dark, it's not gonna blend, it's gonna look splotchy and it's not gonna be pretty. Hey Cheryl, okay, so watch what I'm doing. I am like a windshield wiper. Look at this. I'm going back and forth, back and forth. And the taperedness of the brush is blending it up into my brow bone area, okay? Do you see that? And look at how deep that color is, but look at how light it looks here. Shadows always go on darker than, look at that. Would you ever think that's the same color? But it is. So I'm gonna go now into this side. And I'm just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, okay? Almost like a little windshield wiper. And then I'll kind of take a little bit on just the outside of my, look at that. Like, I'm happy with that. But we're gonna go even deeper, okay? Because I wanna show you guys how to do that and not be afraid. Okay, now, to really blend that all in. We never want to go too dark in here. This is very aging to go dark. See my pupil? Don't take it dark from the pupil to the bridge of your nose. Do not go dark with shadow. It is so unflattering and it is so aging. Okay, see here? The pupil to the inside of the nose of my bridge. Do not go dark in here. Super important tip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this really light peachy shadow with a flat brush, and I'm now going to kind of blend over it. And I will tell you, it looks much softer in person than it does on camera, because high def, it just intensifies everything. So I've blended that in, and I'm going to go out here. I'm not going over the color. I'm just kind of blending it into the skin. When you have mature eyes, and I say mature is anyone over late 30s, unfortunately, okay? When you have mature eyes, blending is your friend. So invest in some good brushes. I've had this brush since the 90s, okay? Yeah, I've had this brush since the 90s, okay? Invest in good brushes. You will have them for life. You have to wash them and take care of them, but okay, so now we have some nice eye makeup building up, and I like that color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it under my eye. So I'm gonna go back to this color, which looks light, but it's much darker in the crease, isn't it? Nancy, Jamie, hey everyone. Oh, good, Jamie, thank you. I'm gonna save this video to YouTube and also put it on my blog, so if people don't wanna watch it on YouTube, or on Facebook, they don't have to. Okay, so I'm gonna take that same light color, and I'm going under the eye. Do you see that? Look at that, isn't that fun? It's like a sunset. Would you ever think that light color had so much payoff? And I am just using an angled brush to do that, okay? And notice I don't take it all the way in here. I'm just kind of coming out to the outer corner so that this shadow meets this shadow, okay? And when you put shadow under the eye, it's a very soft look. I see so many women using pencil under the eye. Pencil drags your eye down. It just enhances gravity. You have to be very careful on mature eyes to use pencil under the eye. I will show you though a fun thing you can do with pencil in the rim of your eye, which is beautiful, okay? Hey Paula, hey Linda, hey Wendy, welcome. Okay, so we now have my eye base that I put on with my finger. We have this color right now blended in my crease, and then I took this light nude color and softened it so that there's no edges. We want everything to look kind of airbrushed. I was an airbrush artist. I don't know if you guys know that, but before I got into professional makeup, I had a BFA in illustration, and I worked in an illustration studio in Santa Monica, California. And I painted for the animation industry, and I used traditional airbrush. It was before we all got into Photoshop. Photoshop was just starting to take over my industry. About the time that I left, I was not interested in sitting at a computer all day. It was just not for me. And the beauty is, I went to work for MAC Cosmetics on Robertson, which is their pro store. And I started meeting industry people, and God opened the door for me to fall into television through my beautiful friend Lisa. So you never know what doors could open, but I never set out to be a makeup artist. I was an airbrush artist, and I was very good at airbrush. I just couldn't do that job anymore. It was just sitting at a desk all day long, and it was just depressing. Okay, I am going to now take this brown. Now this brown does not look dark, okay? But watch what's gonna happen. We're gonna take what I call a little bullet brush or a pencil brush, okay? It's totally round, you see that? It's a round brush, but it's like this little cute bullet, okay? Hey, Miss Ashley. Hey, Stephanie. Shadow, how you'd do it for hooded eyes. Um, yes, yes, Jamie, but I can even do a hooded eye tutorial later because I think hooded eyes look better with a darker eyelid, and so I will do a hooded eye tutorial later. This is more for my friend Kelly's friend that she's doing makeup on Saturday, but I will do a hooded eye. But yeah, you could do this on a hooded eye. Okay, so I am taking this brown. Now watch, this is gonna look so much darker than you think. Watch this. So I'm gonna go in the outer corner and I'm gonna paint like a sideways V. Okay, so think this shape on your eye, okay? A sideways V. Do you see me painting that in? Now look, remember I said don't go from the pupil to the nose of the bridge with dark shadow? This is as dark as I'm gonna go. I'm keeping all the darkness out here. Do you see that? I'm loving it. You guys, if you knew my mom had Donna Mill eyes. Do you remember Donna Mills from Knots Landing? I know I'm dating myself, but my mom had the most beautiful eyes. She had this kind of deep set eye with this humongous eyelid, and I was always jealous that I didn't have an eyelid. I have a little eyelid. But my mom had giant eyelids and she could do such beautiful things with her eyes. My mom's the real reason I was into makeup at an early age, and my mom's the real reason that I became such a product junkie, because she was, you know, and it was just so fun. Okay, so now you can see I did a sideways V on both eyes. Okay, I'm not going to blend yet, although that looks pretty good to me. Now we are going to take, and some of you are like, this is way too much work, Michelle. This is special occasion makeup for a mature eye. I don't plan on doing this every day on myself, and I don't expect you to, okay? So I'm going to take a little tiny angled brush. I'm going to dip into that same color I just put in my outer eye. And we're going to go right under here. Look at that. One of the biggest mistakes I see women make is they underline their entire eye. You don't have to. Look, it's just out here. Do you see how big my eyes got by doing that? Stop using a pencil from here to here under your eye. It is the most aging thing. I even see it on women in their 20s and 30s, and I just, oh, it makes me cringe. Okay, so look, I'm going from the outer corner to about the pupil. Wow. I'm popping and I don't even have lashes on yet, okay? Thanks for the love, you guys. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Megan. Hey, Guadalupe. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our brush, if I can find it because I don't have my readers on. Okay, we're going to go back to this brush. Remember this brush that I used to put this warm light brown on? Okay, I'm not going to dip it back in there, but we know there's already shadow on here. I'm going to take it now, watch, and I'm going to just kind of blend over that dark color, okay? Now, this is a Wednesday morning, so this is going to seem pretty dark, but let me tell you, if I was in a restaurant at night or if I was at some kind of candlelight evening ceremony, this would actually look very natural in evening light, okay? But in daytime, it looks on the heavier side, and that's okay because we're just doing a tutorial. Okay, and see how it looks like the shadow's really dark in here? In person, it's not dark at all. So that's just high def camera for you, but you can always dip back in. If you ever think something's too dark, you can dip back into that lighter color and you can kind of go back over everything, okay? I'm gonna leave my brow bone alone because do you see how light my brow bone is? I don't want to get mascara all over my brow bone. I have very long lashes because I use lash serum. So I like how they look. I'm going to leave them. So let's do liner next, okay? This is all the shadow I'm going to do. Now, if I was going somewhere at night and I was dressed in black and I knew it was going to be dim evening lighting, I might even go darker in the corner, but that's because I'm not afraid to. But for the average woman, this is about as dark as you need to get for your evening makeup, because the real depth and darkness is going to come from liner and lashes, okay? So shadows are just there to kind of shape your eyes and make them look bigger and pop, but the liner and the lashes, that is the icing on the cake. That is going to bring it all home, and it's going to be so beautiful. So you could use a pencil, but the problem with mature eyes, especially with my eye because it's hooded, is over time, that waxy pencil, which is right here, is going to end up here, and you're going to have a line up here. It transfers. It's real fun aging, isn't it, ladies? And so I stopped using pencil years ago, and I love these little pots. This is by Lancome. I don't know if Lancome makes these anymore, but Stila makes them, Tarte makes them, MAC makes them. Bobbi Brown, to me, is the best in the business, and she started them. Bobbi Brown was the very first person to do an ink pot. And so Bobbi Brown are probably my favorite, and most of my professional kit is the Bobbi Brown inks, and they come in gorgeous colors like black plum ink, espresso, there's a shimmery brown, I forget the name, but it's gorgeous if you're afraid to go too dark. Okay, so I am actually using black because I think anyone can pull off black at night. Remember, this is a special occasion tutorial for my friend Kelly. So I'm going to use black, and again, I'm using this little tiny angled brush, okay? And as we know, I have to use a close-up mirror because I always use a close-up mirror. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to use the liner to start creating a dark line, okay? One thing I learned when I was in my 30s, I would watch the evening news, or I would watch The View. I'm not a fan of The View anymore, but I used to be a huge fan of The View. And I really studied Barbara Walters makeup, and I also love Diane Sawyer, because to me they were beautiful women, but they were older. And I would really study their makeup, and they always had softer shadows, but they pumped up the eyeliner and the lashes, okay? So if your eyeliner and lashes are pumped up and beautiful, everything else can be softer, but you still have that beautiful, polished, put together look. I love Diane Sawyer's makeup, and Eve Pearl is a well-known makeup artist in my industry, and she did The View, and Meredith Vieira, and all of those women. And Eve just knew how to do a mature makeup, and she did it so well. So I always studied Eve Pearl's makeup as I got older, and when I do older women, I'm very careful about not doing heavy shadow. Heavy shadow is not your friend. I like to tail mine out a little bit to extend my eye, kind of give me an almond eye. Okay, so do you see the difference now? This is starting to really enhance my lash line, okay? Hey, April. Hi, Susie. Welcome. It's early back in California. Okay, now we're going to do this eye. If anyone is tuning in late, you can either go back and watch this when this is done. It'll post once this live is over, and you can go back and hear everything I have to say. I'm also posting this video to my YouTube, and I'm also going to put it on my health and beauty blog. My health and beauty blog is just michellespieler.com, where I talk about health and beauty. Okay. I like to take it into the inner corner because I think that's really nice. Okay? Now I'm going to show you a trick with that later, but I'm not going to do it now. You can If you don't like that sharp line, you can take another little angled brush and take a dark shadow and go over it to smoke it out, but I'm not going to because I like a sharp black line. Okay, let's do some lashes and then I'm going to show you another tip. But so far, are you seeing how my eyes are really built up? Now, suddenly, since the black is on my eye, these shadows look softer, but I'm still nice and dark out here. I'm underlined here with shadow only, so it made my eyes look bigger without weighing my eyes down. So, and see how everything's kind of lifted? Wait till we get the lashes on. It'll really give you an eye lift. I love lashes. So, I am using Wispies, but I highly recommend Ardell number 110. 110 are very natural and beautiful if you're not used to wearing lashes. If you wore these Wispies for the first time, you would feel like a drag queen. But you got to remember, I come from a family where my mom wore lashes every day of her life since the 60s. She even slept in them. I don't know how she did that. I've never slept in lashes. If I ever fell asleep with lashes, let me tell you, I woke up in the middle of the night and took them off. In college, I don't remember sometimes how I got home after a party. I hate to admit that, but it's true. But I woke up with a squeaky clean face. I just have always been into skincare from a very young age. Okay, so we've got the Wispies on. I have glue. The glue has been drying for about 20 minutes, so it's kind of tacky. And I am going to put my lashes on. Now, Kelly did a great job putting lashes on her friend. I was really impressed. They looked great. But I'm really just doing this tutorial for shadows, but then we want to see how it all looks pulled together, okay? So I tack it on in the middle. I tack it on the end. And then on the inside. Now, I don't do mascara first because mascara makes it too hard. You fight with the fake lash when you have mascara on first. Holy moly, you guys, do you see that? Woo! Look at those big eyes. Where am I going to go today? I'm looking cute. Okay, I love orange peel sticks. Love, love, love them. Get some orange peel sticks because they press the lash line firmly on there. Oh, you guys. I am loving this, and I'm going to tell you, I can't remember the last time I wore this much eye makeup. This is fun. I need to do this more often. Hi, Michelle. Oh, Susie, you're so sweet to me. Okay, now we're going to do the other eye. The glue has been drying for 20 minutes. You don't want it to dry too much, but here's the thing. If you put fake lashes on with wet glue, it's going to take forever to dry. They're going to slip and slide all over the place. So I'm giving you permission to be tacky, okay? It's a bad eyelash joke, but you want your glue to be tacky. But do you guys see the difference? Now this eye looks great, and I could have just done mascara, but I'm extra, so I'm gonna always go for the extra look. And look at that. Isn't that fun? Do you see that? I might have to have Rob take me somewhere special tonight. Although I have some fresh mountain trout that I need to cook. I think I'm gonna do it Almondine style. Okay, now we're gonna put this one on. I always tack it down in the middle first. I like to do the outer edge and then the inner edge. And I can already feel this one didn't go on right. I've been doing lashes since 1989. If you're just wearing lashes for stage or for pictures, they don't have to be perfect, but in person, you don't want your lash being all wonky when people, they're going to stare at your messed up lashes and not really pay attention to a word you're saying, you know? Okay. So we're gonna let that glue get nice and dry. It's not quite dry yet, so I don't wanna mess with it. Also, when the glue dries, sometimes you can see a little bit of a sheen, especially if you're using white glue that dries clear. I'm using gray glue that dries black, but good morning, Dawn. Good morning, Isabel. Good morning, Becky. What type of glue? Yeah, it's Duo, Kim. So I would say for someone who's rather experienced at eyelashes, this gray black is my favorite because when the glue dries, it's black and it blends in with your liner. I absolutely love this one, and I use this in my professional kit. However, if you are starting out, or for my friend Kelly who's not used to doing other people's eye makeup, I told her to go get clear. It's white and it dries clear. Then you might see a little bit of a sheen when it's dry, and you can always go back over it with your eyeliner. Okay, once it's really dry, make sure it's dry and go back over it. And then also I like on older women, like if I'm at a wedding or if I'm doing an older woman for a commercial, or for special occasion. I do special occasion makeup in my town. If someone is an older eye and they are kind of a hooded eye, I will always use the white, because what happens is sometimes the glue might be slightly tacky and they're talking and they're just being normal, and then boom, they got big black marks up here from black glue. So I don't do black glue on older women, I do clear, because I work too hard on their eyes to then have them get glue all over the place. And it's not their fault, it's just, your eyes move when you talk. Okay. So I'm going to look under the eye. We're going to go back to eyeliner in a minute to clean it up. My under eye looks great. I did not drop any shadow under my eye. Have a little bit of glue under my eye though. That's not fun. That's another thing you got to watch for. Sometimes the glue will get under the eye and then your eyes want to stick. You just got to be careful of that. Okay, so I am going to use my Tarte Shape Tape because I am looking pretty rough today, and this cancels out all. I'm going to use a brush. This is IT Cosmetics. I love this brush. It's flat but fluffy at the same time. And I'm going to go in. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, a little goes a long way. Okay, and then after I put my concealer, I just have 2 more tips to show you. I'm gonna also show you how I do mascara once I have fake lashes on, and then we are done. Maybe a little lip, okay? Okay, so see, woo, look at that, okay? So I like to listen to this. I like to put it on with the brush. This eye needs a little bit more. Oh yeah, there we go. Don't forget the outer eye because we get kind of a little purpley red area there, okay? I'm not blending yet. Go up inside of here because we do get a little vein that kind of runs up the side of our nose, okay? And now that it's on, I take my ring finger because it's the least amount of pressure. And I don't rub, I pat. I pat it into my skin, okay? There, blended. See? Do the same here. I'm not rubbing, I'm patting it in. You could even use a beauty blender if you wanted. Just make sure it's clean because you don't want to get foundation all under your eye after you just spent time doing concealer. Okay, there, done. And I will go back over it with a little blush in a minute because I don't want to look raccoony, and it's going to look more raccoony on high def because high def shows everything super crisp, but in person I look super blended, okay? Now, one trick that I love for older eyes, if you followed me for any length of time, you know I love this. This is called Highbrow by Benefit. It is a light pink, beautiful pencil. It's a big, fat, chunky pencil, and I go in the inner corner. And the reason I like this is because it kind of opens up that inner eye. And I go underneath. Do you see that? This side doesn't have it yet, this side does, okay? I love it. If you look at your kids' eyes or your grandkids, anyone who's young, they have tight, luminous skin around their inner eye that we lose somewhere in our 30s, maybe even our late 20s. We lose it. So we are gonna paint it in, and then it's just beautiful. Just brings more attention to your eyes. I love it, okay? Okay, ready for this? Kelly, this is for Kelly. Kelly, this is key to making mature eyes look really special occasion without looking old. I'm going to take my paint pot with my brush. You could also use a black kohl pencil or a dark brown kohl pencil. Kohl pencils are great. And I am going to paint on my inner rim, okay? And I gotta be careful because I have to use this. I have to use this mirror. I can't do it any other way. Look at that. That is Diane Sawyer, Barbara Walters makeup right there. You want the darkest part of your eye to be your lashes and your eyeliner, not your shadows. So now suddenly my shadows don't seem as dark, but I am darker out here only. Remember, we never go dark from the pupil to the inner eye or bridge of the nose, okay? So do you see the difference? Now I didn't have to do that. I could have left it like this. This is really pretty, but I'm going for nighttime special occasion on a mature eye. I absolutely love black or dark brown on the inner rim. I love it. I think it's so pretty. And when your rim is painted dark, it makes your irises look lighter. So I have hazel eyes, but because now I've got all this black around them, they look like hunter green, not hunter, they look like a khaki green, almost like an army green in person, okay? And it just makes your eyes sparkle. There's something about putting that dark rim that makes your eyes super sparkly, and who doesn't want sparkly eyes, right? Hi, Fran. Hi, Lisa. Okay, so last step is we're going to take a little mascara and blend our natural lashes in with the fake lashes. So my favorite mascara for this is It Tightline, and I'll tell you why. Look at that brush, okay? We are not building up lashes. We already have fake lashes on, okay? But we want to blend our own lashes with the fakes without getting them thick and heavy, because you want to use these lashes again. I can use these lashes 6, 7, 8 times. And I also love this because it almost creates a inner eyeliner effect. Because that's so skinny, it gets right to the rim of the eye. That's it. That's all I need. That's it. Woo, look at these special occasion eyes. Where am I going today, you guys? I'll tell you one thing. In a few minutes, I'm going to go make paleo pancakes in my kitchen. I got to do my Faster Way to Fat Loss full body workout today. Legs, shoulders, chest. I got to work on some Bible study fellowship. We have our children's program starting tomorrow for the first time, so I got to work on some of that. I have nowhere fancy to go today, but I do have a fancy dinner. We are having fresh mountain trout. Okay? So that blends the fake lashes in with the natural lashes, and if you're doing makeup on someone else, the lashes start to feel like they're part of your eye when you blend your fake and your real lashes together. Now I'm going to also do my lower lashes. I love this mascara for lower lashes because look at that. It gets right at the base. Do you see that? It gets right at the base. And you don't poke your eye out because there's no long bristles to poke your eye out. Okay? I don't like spidery lashes under the eye. Again, I think it looks like your eyes are taking on gravity, and we want our eyes to be lifted after a certain age. So after I put on my mascara, I just pinch the tips of my lashes, because the tips of my lashes, I don't care if they're dark, but I don't want them thick or long. Okay? And there you have it. I might go in with a little more blush so that the blush and the concealer look like all part of my skin. Okay. And then I think we need lips. What do you think? This look is not complete without lips. Let's see. I am not going to do a lip liner, because sometimes I feel like lip liners look too made up, or they almost make the lips look too sharp. And as we get older, we start to lose that volume in our lips. So then by adding a sharp line, it just kind of creates a harder look. So sometimes I'll just use this is a matte lipstick. It's by MAC Cosmetics. It's I don't know what it's called. I think it's called Kinda Sexy. But it's kind of a neutral pink rose, and it's matte. So because it's matte, I will add a little bit of some sheen over it, because matte is not always pretty on an older lip. So I'm going to add a little sheen. Added a little bit of frost. I can take out my little hair clips. These are great if you're doing your makeup and you don't want your hair to get big kinks in it. These are wonderful. They used to use these in fashion shows for models, so that you didn't mess up the hair while you were doing makeup on your model. And now you can buy them anywhere. I got these on Amazon. They're wonderful. Look at that. Okay, yes, I need my roots done. I know my friend Christine is doing them on Monday. I can't wait. I'll show you guys that video, because we're going to shoot a video and a ton of pictures. And now I've got special occasion eyes. So what do you guys think? It's fun, right? Look how big my eyes look. They're big, they're expressive, they're sparkly. This would look even better in evening lighting or special occasion. It would make more sense with a nice dress on. I'm literally wearing workout clothes because I'm going to go work out in an hour. But you get the idea. Keep your shadows light, keep your eyeliner and your lashes dark. That's what makes it look special occasion without aging your eye, and it makes your eyes look big and expressive. So guys, thank you for tuning in. If you are watching this in a replay, would you please put number 2, good morning Clarissa. Will you please put a number 2 in comments if you are watching this on a replay? And if you could, I don't know, share, like, comment, it really helps put this into more news feeds, which grows my audience, which I love because I can help more people with health and beauty. I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel, and I will be later today adding this to my blog, michellespieler.com. I call it the intersection of health and beauty, because I represent both. I am as passionate about health as I am about makeup. So I can't talk about one without the other. One more important thing, drink your water today, okay? Mine has lemon in it. Water is good for your skin. I know I'm preaching to the choir. It's just a gentle reminder to drink your water today, okay? Thanks everyone. So Jamie would love to see some video on hooded eyes. So I will do a hooded eye video hopefully in the next couple weeks. This is more special occasion on mature. But look, do you see how it's dark out here? But it's light and pretty in here. because we never take anything dark inside the pupil. That area, we never go dark except with our liner and lashes. Okay? I call this the Angelina Jolie eye. We just smoke dark right out in the corner, and that's it. Okay, you guys, thanks for tuning in. And if you have any ideas that you would like to see, put them in comments. But I will do a hooded eye video for you, Jamie, next. And I will tag you when I do. And I really appreciate everyone's input and checking in, and the love and the comments and the shares and the likes. I appreciate all that, you guys. Thanks.